Hey guys, I'm Emil today to my Super Rugby AU team of the tournament. So yeah, no, Brumbies won the competition overall. They beat the Reds 28-23 within the grand final. And yeah, they deserve it really. Within the last 5 years, they've made the playoffs before within, they've made it all the way to the semis, I can say. I think for 2 times I think they've made it, but yeah, they've never been able to, make the next step really. And yeah, for winning this trophy for Super Rugby AU is just great to see. It just shows that they've progressed and they have a long-term future really. But yeah, today we will be over my Super Rugby AU team of the tournament, and the way I've selected my team is by 2 factors. One, the amount of times that these players have been selected with my dream teams throughout from round 1 to round 12, which is the grand final. And yeah, the second factor in this is that just how they've influenced the game really. So that's kind of in the way that they've played throughout all the games they've been able to play. So yeah, be over my forward pack first. For the props, I've gone with Cameron Orr from the Rebels, and I've gone with Harry Johnson-Holmes from the Waratahs. I think they've both been pretty impressive for their sides respectively. With Cameron Orr just being solid within the scrum, and just helping that Rebels squad make the playoffs for the first time, which is great to see, because you really want the Rebels to do well. They're kind of being like the rumored team to be kicked out, you could say, out of this new competition if Australia were to join the New Zealand sides within a new Tasman competition. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, anyway, Cameron Orr has just been brilliant to watch, and he's just been solid overall, and his tackling success has been pretty key to his to why I selected him. And yeah, with Harry Johnson-Holmes, he's another young gun, you could say, for that Waratahs squad. They have a lot of players who are young and have a lot of potential. But yeah, no, Harry Johnson-Holmes just really impressed me throughout this whole competition. Again, he's been pretty impressive throughout that scrum. He has a really good ability to win scrums. And yeah, his tackling success, as well, he's been pretty crucial in that area. And yeah, he's been able to get a few tries to his name as well, so that's kind of why I selected him. This could be a bit controversial, you could say, because I could have selected Taniela Tupou from the Reds, but I went with Harry Johnson-Holmes more to the fact that he had better statistics throughout. He just made more of an influence for his side compared to what Taniela Tupou did for the Reds. So yeah, moving on to the locks. For the locks, I selected Matt Phillip and Lachlan Saikai-Loto for both the Reds and the Rebels. So yeah, no, with Matt Phillip, again, he's just another player, a key player, you could say, within that Rebels forward pack. He just led them to that, for the victories they have within this comp. And yeah, no, he was just overall impressive in that lineout as well. I think he had pretty good. He won a lot of lineouts. I think he won. I say this might be a bit wrong, but I think he won at least like 80% of all of his lineouts throughout this comp. So that's pretty impressive. To get that to be in that figure. But yeah, overall he's just been solid, and he'd also had pretty good tackling stats as well. But yeah, moving on to Saikai-Loto for the Reds. Overall he was just an all-rounded player throughout this whole comp. He impressed really with his try-scoring ability, and his ability to run with the ball, and just being a ball carrier really, but also just being very good within that lineout. I think the Reds had the best lineout success within the whole comp. I think the Reds were first and then the Brumbies were second. But yeah, that comes all to Saikai-Loto just being a danger man really within that lineout, and just winning a lot of those balls, and just securing possession for the Reds, and just allowing them to play with the ball more and just score more tries. So yeah, he was definitely crucial within that area for sure. But yeah, moving on to the loose forwards. At number 6, I selected Fergus Lee-Warner from the Western Force. At number 7, I gone with Fraser McWright from the Reds. And at number 8, I gone with Pete Samu from the Brumbies. So yeah, overall, I thought Fergus Lee-Warner. I think a lot of people selected him within their squads for the team of the tournament. He was pretty much the one key player you could say for the Western Force. He really stood out. He scored a lot of tries. I think he got 3 to 4 tries to his name. He was pretty crucial in that breakdown as well. He got a lot of intercepts, you could say, within that breakdown. And yeah, no, he also had a pretty good tackling success as well. I think he always had above 10 tackles a game, 10 out of 10 or 12 out of 12. Yeah, he was pretty good with his tackling success. And yeah, with Fraser McWright, I was he impressed me a lot. Out of all the loose forwards, a lot of people might, be impressed by, the likes of Liam Wright, who's just a great captain of that side, or Harry Wilson, who's a great ball carrier. But Fraser McReight is probably the best Australian at the breakdown. He is that good. He is that good, and he's going to be so crucial to the Wallabies squad. And personally, it's going to be tight because you have Michael Hooper, who's just been announced as the captain for this Wallabies squad. So it's going to be very unlikely that you'll see Fraser McReight start within the games. But for him, I can definitely see him making an impact within these games, and he's going to definitely win a few of those balls when he comes on. So he'll definitely make a massive impact for sure. But at number 8, like I said, I selected Pete Samu as well for the Brumbies. He was just another key player for that Brumbies side throughout this whole competition. He actually got some tries to his name, which is kind of on an unlikely aspect you don't really think of him for. He's not really he doesn't really have that try scoring ability, but throughout this comp, I think he scored 3 to 4 tries, so it's just great to see. He's improved on that aspect of his game, and overall he's just been solid. His passing ability is just, and his ball carrying ability is probably the main reasons why I selected him ahead of other people like Nazem Rani, or maybe even who else. You had Jack Dempsey for the Waratahs, but I went with Pete Samu. It's just a solid pick, really. But moving on to the backs. At number 9, I've selected Tate McDermott, and at number 10, I've gone with Matt Tamua. So both of them have just been brilliant throughout this competition. Starting with Tate McDermott. For the Reds, I think he had like 4 tries to his name throughout this whole comp, and I think he had like 5 to 6 assists. He was that good. If he's not Australia's number 9, I'm going to be so surprised. You have the likes of, you do have, what's his name, Jake Gordon, who's been pretty, he was also pretty impressive throughout this comp. He did score a hat-trick of tries against the Reds within that Wallaby number game. But, overall, Tate McDermott just has more to his game. He's very, sneaky in the way he plays. He's quick. He can find a pass quickly. And, he definitely has that ability, to be, even better than what Will Genia was for the Wallabies. So but anyway, the other player I selected, like I said, was Matt Tamua from the Rebels. This is probably the most controversial pick, you could say, because you do have the likes of Will Harrison for the Waratahs and James O'Connor for the Reds, who both were brilliant for their teams within this comp. James O'Connor just really stepped up his game, and he provided a lot of assists and try scoring opportunities for the Reds, and Will Harrison was just so crucial with just getting a lot of points for the Waratahs. So both of them are really unfortunate just to miss out. But Matt Tamua, I just thought had more of an influence for that Rebels side, and he just really pushed them to that playoff berth within this competition as well. So it's just that's kind of the main reason why. And he is leaving to France, I think. So it's unlucky that the Rebels won't have him anymore. But anyway, he had a great tournament to show for it. But at number 11, I selected Filippo Dangado. He was my MVP of this whole comp within Super PAU. He's probably the player who's impressed me the most throughout this whole competition. He had, first of all, the most amount of tries scored. I think he scored 6 to 7, I think. He had the most ball carry meters, which is very impressive, and he's just so good in sidestepping people. He's a great player to watch. And he is definitely going to be someone to look out for within that Beloso Cup. If he doesn't, I know he's already selected for the Wallabies squad, but to make the 23-man squad is a different story, so we'll have to wait and see for that. But overall, very impressed by his game, and definitely someone to look out for for the future, really. But at number 12, I selected Azre Simone from the Brumbies. He's another player who probably showed the most promise, or probably improved the most throughout this competition compared to all the other players. He just has, he's steadily improving a lot of, qualities to his game. He's able to pick out a pass pretty well. He has scored tries. He has that ability to, he has a very good vision in, breaking defenses. And, overall, just, he was pretty good, defensively as well. He always had, 8, always above, I'd say, 8 tackles a game, which is pretty decent for his center. So, overall, very impressed by him, and he was just solid overall. So, on to number 13, I selected Reece Hodge from the Rebels. He was another player for that Rebels side who just really impressed me. I could have gone with Jordan Bataya here from the Reds, but I think Reece Hodge just edges it for me, because he did move from the 15 slot to the 13 slot because of Dane Halapelli coming back into the side. But yeah, overall, just very impressed by his game, and yeah, he definitely is still, he's still proven that he's still on the selection or fault, you could say, for Dave running a squad for the Wallabies. But yeah, moving on to number 14, I selected Maurice Corbetti, another Rebels player. He's just another player who he just scored a lot of tries early. I mean, he that's simply the best way to put it, really. He just scored a lot of tries. That's kind of the main reason why I selected him. He had good stats overall. His ball carry meters were off the charts. I mean, I think he was second or third within the competition. So overall he was pretty impressive within that area. And yeah, just overall he just influenced a lot of games, really. So yeah, that's kind of the reason why I selected him. Yeah, moving on to number 15, the last of the squad. I've selected Tom Banks from the Brumbies. This was, I'm not going to say it was close, but I had Jock Campbell from the Reds in mind. But purely on the basis of that, Tom Banks was just crucial to the Brumbies just being successful from this comp. I had to select him, really. He has the ability to break down defenses so easily. He can find a gap just like that. It's unbelievable. So yeah, just great, really, just to watch him play, and he just reminds me of what a teensy bit of what Will Jordan will bring to his game within the future as well. But yeah, that's it with the squad. I mean, if you guys have any comments on who you guys think missed out, or if you guys think that someone should have been the MVP other than Philippe Dangadu, just put your comments below. But yeah, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.